Dad's birthday. He's 90 years old. Oh, wow. It sounds amazing, right? That's 90 years on this planet, planet Earth, and living his whole life in the state of Connecticut. Connecticut. I told somebody asked me years ago where I was born and raised, and I told her Connecticut, and she said, you can't, like, it was a really negative thing. And I thought it was funny that she thought that I could not be born and raised in Connecticut. Anyway, kudos to him, and everyone send out love and light to him, and just wish him a happy birthday in his heart. So I'm just going to go here. We're going to do a big cheers. So, with that, without any further ado, why are we here today? It is health and wellness all month. Today was June 3rd. We are on day 3. Yesterday, I am so sorry, there was a little glitch in the system. So we will put that and re-air it so that you will see what was happening on day 2. But I will tell you, today is really, really warm. And actually, I'm using this. This is also my exercise for my arm, because this is a really heavy glass that's probably made for brewskis. But I decided to put water in it, and my little buzzer went off, so I'm drinking my water. Yes, I put up the water challenge. We're supposed to be getting more water. So, what does that mean? Up to 8 glasses. Really, they want you to do about half of your body weight. But again, I am not the doctor and I am not the nurse. There are no wellness or letters behind my name. So, I speak for myself, my own body, my own cells, and from reading and participating in lots of meetings, workshops on wellness. So, as with any new wellness practice, please go visit your doctor and let him or her tell you what's best for you. So, these are not recommendations, these are just what worked for me. And coming from someone who is 6'7", as my grandson does, uh, you have to maintain a lot of things in your life to get to that age. And I guess my dad did the same thing to get to 90. So, I'm going to take another sip. Mm. Yeah, and I'm thinking about that. Wow, it's like another 30 years. So I would love to imagine it in its full glory. So let's get down to 6 essential daily habits for busy women, right? So the 6 habits for essential busy women, I would say, let's just look at that, because I work with usually CEOs and founders. They're busy women because they're juggling their life, they're juggling work, they might be juggling starting or being within their own business. They have families, they have parents, they have everything going, and they're trying to balance work life balance and stay energized, and most of all, be aligned with their purpose. So, number one, one of the things that I've learned, and I try to leave, and I say the word TRY, and they sometimes people say try means you're not going to do it. But what I believe is starting your morning with hydration, and that means if you're sleeping in the bedroom or wherever you're at when you wake up, there should be a glass of water, a bottle of water somewhere near your bed, and you start there. Then I have been told by others you should be drinking a hot glass of warm water with lemon. And that's great to hydrate your body, and kickstart your metabolism. And also, on top of that, I've heard that it really cleans your liver. So those are two really important tips. Also, the breakfast deal. So I've heard so many things about eat breakfast, don't eat breakfast. Make sure you get your protein. Make sure you do a fast. Don't start eating until after 12 or some after 1, some people after 2. So you have to do what's best for you. Again, consult your doctor. But if you are going to have your break the fast, or if you're going to eat your first meal of the day, it should be something that fuels your brain and body. And the reason I say that is because I do a lot of working on the internet, and actually, it's more on the computer. I work with my clients on the computer, and I'm typing, I'm thinking, I'm strategizing. I am simply helping them grow their business, or when I am has my publisher hat on. I'm helping them publish a book, going through the strategies for that, and so that they can have the best financial return with their book, helping them with stages and doing their marketing, or if it's helping them as the coach, the writing coach. So with all that being said, at some point during the day, I'm always famished, and I always feel that it's the protein, it's the nuts, it's the nut butter, it's an egg or two, it's feeding the protein, or having something that's really, really filled with protein, fiber, and some healthy fats. So, in California, they say, you know, avocado on toast. Well, if you're going to start the morning with avocado on toast, that is great. But please take a moment to enjoy without distractions. So I know I've done it. I'm not a fan of doing it. I like to grab something and bring it up to my desk. And I've been really working on taking my second meal outside. So even if it's for 10 minutes, I take my plate, I go outside, I sit in the backyard, and I enjoy it with the trees blowing, and maybe there's a little doggy barking or staring at me and wanting food. But it's nice to like look up and just be a part of nature. So let's just get back. Take the moment to enjoy your food without distractions. And a lot of times when I'm running in between phone calls, or I know I'm going to have a meeting or something, you're standing and eating. And so don't feel bad about it anymore, because I sit like half the day I'm sitting. And so for me to stand and have a meal, I know that that's not what your body wants, but it's the time that I use to stand. So let's see. What's number 3? Oh, so that leads into movement, right? So God, I know that I have to really take advantage of when I am my time. I have my alarms going on my computer or on my phone that remind me to get up, take a break, get up, take a walk. Between 4 and 6, it goes off several times, because it's like pack your bag, get ready for the gym, go to take the time to do some stretching, some walking, the sauna, do whatever. And at the end of the day, movement can be done in 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes. Find a segment and do it. So I have, like, my weights are sitting here. Woo, woo. I could do this at my desk. I could take it and go over my head. I could take it this way. I can have 2 weights, one in each hand. Um, I have some other tools that I use that I can put and put my feet on and step, or I can sit and do chair exercises where you're using and you're raising your body up and down. These are things that you can do while you're sitting. They can help you uplift your mood and really activate your energy, and it also improves your focus. So at the same time, while you're sitting at the desk, you can have fun things on. So normally I'm either in some kind of baseball cap. I love hats. And then today I sit in memory of just having fun and in the memory of being right. We're at this time. It is summer, or it's going to be summer. And it's been cold and it's been hot and then it's been mostly cold. So I said, oh my God, the butterflies. I saw a few butterflies over the last 2 days. And that is my reminder to be carefree and to flutter around and just be in the flow of life and literally don't give an F about what anybody says. If it doesn't agree with you and if you don't like it, you don't have to answer it. I decided if somebody says something to me that I don't want to hear, I will smile, do the Nancy, as someone used to say, and then keep on doing whatever it is that I want to do. I feel if it's we don't have to take in everything. And most people think that they're doing you a great favor, but they're really doing you a great injustice. And so where we're in a world where there's so much information around and you could be doing things in a new way and they're not used to you doing it in a new way, then that's okay. That is okay. But what I want you to get out of this statement is for you to be grateful for you taking advantage of the new tools, taking advantage of exercising at your chair, taking advantage of making sure that you have your water, making sure that you take a few moments to read a cute book, making sure that if you are taking in the breath, right, slowing down and breathing, making sure that if somebody is giving you a distraction, that you focus and think about the things that are great, the things that make you feel wonderful, the things that and the people that empower you, the spaces that empower you, the Zoom rooms that empower you, the churches, the meetings, whatever that you belong to. Be grateful for those things. If you're not getting empowered from your family, you're not getting empowered from the so-called friends, find the place that is full of love and support and be grateful for them. So, how do you do that? How do you get into the I am grateful practice? Really, it's not a big deal. It is you finding a few seconds. Maybe you can find a few minutes. Maybe it's like when you first get into your car and you shut the door, you could take a few minutes to say, oh, yes, I'm so grateful. I am grateful for that I have a car or an automobile. I am grateful for that I'm getting ready to go food shopping. I am grateful for that I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I am grateful that I have a sound body that I could go pick my child up from school. I am grateful for if I go into the office that I am grateful for employment that where I receive a check. I am grateful for going to go visit a family member or a friend. In those few minutes, you can say that, you could verbalize it on a recorder, or you could write it down. Just take the time to be grateful. Take a note of 3 things. This habit rewires your mindset for abundance. And I breathe that in. And really, what I want to say is we have a barking dog, and good for him. I'm going to shut the door, shut the window, and really take the time to know that that pet is someone's grateful for that. Someone loves that pet. And that pet is protecting a household or a family member or a friend or protecting the environment. So that's what they do. Dogs bark. So getting back into the mindset of abundance, just remember gratitude is the quickest way there. Being grateful. Number 5, the intentional pause. So we know it's midday, it's 2:40 here in California, so that means it's 5:40 on the East Coast. And if you did not schedule an intentional pause midday, then you're not doing yourself a service. Ask yourself in the check in, how are you doing? How am I feeling today? How am I doing? What do I need right now? So let's think about that again. We're going to look at that. It's an intentional pause. And usually, when I take my intentional pauses, is when my little buzzer goes off and says, okay, it's time to drink water. So I can take it then. I can take it at a bathroom break. I can take it when I decide that I was going to have a little snack, like a fresh piece of fruit or vegetable. And then while I'm doing that little prayer and I'm taking the breath in, and then right before I get ready to relax and eat outside, that is my intentional pause. And usually at that time, I check in to see if there's any stress in my body because I don't want to eat while I'm stressed out. And then I take that breath in and I release it. And you generally, what do I need right now? It's probably, I just need to eat this. I want to eat it in peace. And or is it, what do I need right now? Am I eating this because I'm stressed out, because it gives me some relaxation, or, when you call it stress eating? So I recognize that if that's what's happening. And the reason you do these things, you know what? The reason you do these things, it is to help you avoid burnout. And then it keeps you grounded. So when I'm outside and I see the trees blowing and I hear the little school down the street, the kids playing and their laughter, or I watch the dog just staring at me going, please drop something so I can have a little taste. I know from within, I am feeling really connected. And number 6, the evening reflection. And I generally do this. I was doing it at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. And I know that's late for a lot of people, but really, you can really think about what time you unplug before bed, what time you're going to do your reflection, what time, if you do self care, you might want to reflect on how it went that day. And so let's go and talk about a couple of things that could help you really get into evening reflection. So for some people, evening reflection could start probably at 8 or 9 p.m. And generally, it's the unplug moment when you decide that you're going to let go of your computer, your phone. And sometimes people curl up to a book, some watch a TV program or a show, or you might just sit in and talk with a family member. So that's the form of unplugging from the laptop and the phone. Some people also say it's letting go of the screens. So that means that you're not watching TV either, or watching it on your phone or on your laptop or on your iPad. That can also be a form of reflection. And that would start with the unplugging of all of that. And the reflection happens when you just either journal or record and how it went today. What went well? It's not like how bad it was today, or who wronged you today, or what you didn't get to do today, or all the negative stuff. What I want you to reflect on, what went well. 3 words. What went well? Because people are always on it. They're always on what happened? What happened? What's wrong? If I hear what's wrong, like you're saying, oh, this, blah, 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 you're sort of talking or whatever, and then they just chime in, what's wrong? So I don't want you to do that with yourself. I want you to reflect on what went well today. What did you learn today? Did you learn something? Even if it was minute. Oh, I learned that I didn't tie my shoes when I was walking around the walk and talk today. Or I learned that little kids love playing tag. Or I learned that someone paid $300 for their Grok subscription because it allowed them to shoot unlimitless videos. Didn't know that. And then lastly, how did you care for yourself today? How did you care for yourself? And what I've learned, most people don't even care for themselves. And I'm not saying care for yourself like loving yourself. And I guess it goes hand in hand. Like if you care for yourself, you love yourself. And if you love yourself, you would care for yourself, regardless of what's going on in your life. So that could start out with brushing your teeth. That could start off with, oh, like my friend, I learned this from Evan and them. They call it havening, when you're just like going through a moment and you just lightly put your hands and just rub them down until you get to your elbows. And then you go again and you start on your shoulders and you rub till you get to your elbows. And that usually takes the anxiety, bring it down. It also just recalibrates your body from anxiety. It also makes you feel better. Sometimes some people don't get touch from other people. And you could hug yourself. That's what they used to do in the old days. Oh, I love you so much. You could do this in front of the mirror too. Oh, wow. I love you so much. Um, wow, it just feels good. It feels good to do that. Caring for yourself could be brushing your hair. It could be laying out your clothes the night before. It could be making a simple cup of tea. It could be laying out a love letter that you wrote to yourself a year ago. It could be sharing some quiet music with yourself. You could change, you could show yourself you care for yourself by doing these little simple things like drinking your water. I have my lipstick here because I always forget. So I have it here. Simplest day. Sometimes when things are going okay, or I had a little stressful call, or the last client I worked with had some struggles, and I have my favorite thing here. It is rose petal water. So I spray myself. I spray I just uplift around my shoulders, my neck, above my head. Sometimes I spray around my screen. And then I take a few. It just lowers the anxiety. It's a little carefree way to change the energy, to make me feel like I am cared for. There goes my little bell. Drink water today. It's 2:50. So if you would like this checklist, and I will go through it quickly just with just saying the thing. 6 essential daily habits for a busy woman perfect for staying balanced, energized, and aligned. And that's one, morning hydration, two, mindful breakfast, three, movement, four, gratitude practice, five, intentional pause, six, evening reflection. And then the bonus is just prayer and meditation. Just sit with yourself and allow yourself to pray or meditate a few times a day. So let's see what else I would like to show you today. I have some apps, and it's called Energetic You, a daily wellness tracker. And I created that. And the purpose is to empower busy women over 40 to reclaim their energy and focus. Do you hear me? Reclaim their energy, focus, and joy through consistent daily wellness habits and gentle accountability. And the functionality of this app, it guides users through six essential habits each day. And we talked about them: hydration, mindful eating, movement, gratitude, self check ins, and evening reflection. And I branded it in my health and wellness brand. But say you are a coach, a consultant in the wellness field, I could create this for you as a SaaS tool, and it could be branded in your company branding. So the daily checklist with reminders, it has a progress tracker and mood journal. There are motivational prompts from the Copilot, wellness resources tied to the theme. It has a reflective journaling space, habit streaks, and small win celebrations designed to feel like a pocket sized wellness coach. This app, this tool makes self care simple and trackable and transformational. Would you like to refine this? Would you like me to refine this for you? So, if you're interested in a tool like this, you can email me at wildecure@gmail.com. And if you are interested in, let's see, let me just see what else. I want to see if I could share this. I don't think I can share. Let me see. So right now I am sharing my Canva. I am a Canva expert. I've been in Canva for the last 20 years. It's been forever. And so I wanted to show that. Let me see. So I'm going to go through this one more time, just in case you did not see it. Setting the foundation, mindful meditation, movement. I make guides. Talk about all of this. And there's a guide for you to write here. The release. So it's all about the health and wellness reboot. Love it. All right, so let's see what else we have. I wanted to go over the let me see. I wanted to go over the do I have it here? What's our water? We have the water challenge and so let me see. Stop sharing. Then I'm going to share. All right, so we're going to be doing the water challenge. So 30-day challenge. I know it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the goal was to get to 8. Again, we're not doctors. We're just letting you know that these are some of the best practices. And we know that women, based on the information that I've looked up, women tend to not drink the water that they should be, and they're usually dehydrated. And there's little telltale signs like you only urinate once a day, or you never perspire, or you know that you only drank really 1 cup of or 2 cups of water, and you might have drank 3 or 4 cups of soda. So it or you drank coffee or all day. These are some of the signs of being dehydrated. Also, I know when I used to go in and get my blood work, I didn't understand why it took them forever to find um, uh, my blood veins. And it was that one nurse told me that um, the reason was because I was dehydrated. And so she said, if you drank more water before you went to get your blood work, she said, if you drank more water for 2 days before you went to get your blood work, your blood work would be easier for the nurses or whoever draw blood. It would be easier for them. So I thought, no one ever told me that. Let's see. Is there anything else? So again, it's a little thing on drinking water. I know I was supposed to be showing that as we talked, but there is a World Water Day. I think that's quite interesting, but it's more than just drinking water. Infused water, mint, orange, cucumber, great. Carries oxygen and nutrients to your cells. We need to replace it. Did you know the benefits of drinking water? Skin glow, prevents premature aging. So this is some of the things that I put together for you so that you understand that there's simple things that we can do so that we don't have to go to the doctors. And this is a 2-minute video and I'm not showing the whole thing. So let's see what else we could talk about because we are at the top of the hour. And here's one of the guides to wellness. I'm going to show it to you. So it's one of the free wellness workbooks, A Guide to Wellness. Again, I do everything in Canva. So the welcome page, introduction, tips for the morning ritual, the daily journal, the conclusion, how to use this workbook. And then I go through and I'll put this, and I can, you will receive this. It'll be in the group. Is there anything else I wanted to go over gently today? This is one of the videos. It's 56 seconds. Magic. So because I work with coaches, consultants, practitioners, you too can boost your income, help your clients by creating your own low content, creating your own journal. And so that's why I showed that here, because not only are you learning to be well, but you're also learning how to build financial wellness. So I am looking for one more thing, and then we will close for the day. As this is playing, I just want to leave you again a little bit my dad, and happy birthday. So with all of this being said, we are done for the day here. Gonna stop sharing.